Benjamin is the name, streaming to you from Houston, Texas, by way of planet Earth. Very grateful, very excited to be on the line with you all. Jamaican born medical doctor, became a distributor of automobiles and then later on network marketing, and later on got into the space of trading the financial markets. Very thankful for the last two industries. Network marketing and trading are really great spaces to be in. Right? Really, really wonderful spaces to be in. So let me see who our participants are. So Mark, Moy, Claudia, and Mickey. Hey guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sure others will probably join us as we roll. So let's dive in. Let's dive into taking a look at what took place here on, let's start with here. Let's go to here. And then this will be this, right? Let's start with that. All right, so I made some, for some of you who are here with us on Thursday, right? Correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So let's go to Thursday evening. Thursday. Wait. Let's get this out to the way. All right. So here's Thursday evening. All right. So this is Thursday evening. So when we were at the end of Thursday, this is that 19. So somewhere here. Thursday, 4:57. All right, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. All right, so this is where Thursday evening began. All right. So when we spoke Thursday evening, the expectation that was what we were hoping for, and what we spoke about is that we wanted to see the market come back to what's called the 1 hour trade line. And if it did, we would have been able to take the buy going up. Anybody remember that? When I was drawing this out and said I wanted to see this come down and then come back up. When it came down, we could have entered a trade for the buy and made money going up. Anybody remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, great. So the market went sideways for most of Friday, right? So by the time it got to here, see, this is pretty much throughout the night, Thursday night, right? If we look at the time, that's 7:27. We come down here. This is 9:45. And we come down here, 9:50 something, and then see, all evening long, it was probably all night long, it was pretty much in the same place. 1:59, that's 2 a.m., right? 2 a.m. Let me expand this a little bit more. All right, so then it started to creep down a bit, okay? Now right here, okay? Right here is, see the market started to creep down, where this is developing what are called 1 minute sell stops. At this point, let's just take a look at that 1 minute sell stops, right? So it came down here, developing this. This is a 1 minute sell, right? Here's a 1 minute sell. But when it came down to here, let's just put a line here. Let's put a horizontal line right here, okay? And this happened at 3:19. So this is at 3 a.m. Eastern, just so you know, 3 a.m. Eastern is when the London market opens up officially. 3 a.m. Eastern. So we could have expected some movement at 3 a.m., which is right here, right? Right here. Okay, that's 3 a.m. So this is a 3 a.m. move, which is a slight move down. Now we're looking at the indices. Right? And we spoke about why we need to focus on the indices because of the store of value. Somebody mentioned about, welcome Stacy TQ, the person is new. But somebody spoke about gold being a store of value. For me, it's not so much of a big store of value. People do use it, investment banks, central banks use it a lot. But my perspective on gold is that it doesn't really have any true utility value. You can't really use gold to do anything beyond it being something that human beings value, and it's shiny and it's beautiful and something that we're valued over the years, and it's rare. It's not commonly found everywhere. So that gives it some value because it's a rare asset, but it doesn't have function. You cannot use it for something. You know, if you have gold as money, it was cumbersome. That's why we created paper money, because gold was too heavy to carry around. But it became the backing for the paper money. And then eventually they took the paper money away from gold, and gold became an asset on its own. That's a side story. But let's go back to the charts. So I'll put the blue line below here and yellow line. Now, when this comes down to here, when it's sold down to here, let's look at going into, at this point, let's start to look at the other time frames. So let's go up to the 5-minute chart, right? Let's go to the 5-minute chart. All right, so the 5-minute chart, where that yellow line is, that's that across to here, so it's right here, the 5-minute chart. Now, what type of trade is this on the 5 minutes? Right here where my yellow line was when the market was coming down, because it was going mainly sideways for most of the night, and then it started going down during the London session at 3 a.m. What type of trade is this right here where my first yellow line is? Anybody? Green, red, green. What type of trade is that?
We are buying.
That's a buy. And which time frame is this on?
That's
5
in 5
minutes.
minutes.
5 minutes. So let's start going through that. 5 minutes. Let's go up to the 15-minute. All right. Let's go up to the 15-minute where that yellow line is. All right. Where that yellow line is. Okay. The first yellow line. So the 15-minute, it came down and touched the 15-minute yellow line. That's what it did. All right. And if we're coming down here where our indicators are, all right, coming down here. Oops. We could see a little gap, right, where the yellow line is. We could see a little gap. Can you see that little gap between the yellow line here and the green histogram bars? Do you see that little gap right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 15-minute fill in the gap, buy stop, right? Fill in the gap, buy. So that's on the 15-minute chart, right? Let's go up to the 30-minute chart where that yellow line is, 30-minute chart. And what is it showing here? What type of market is this? Green, 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 right? So that was still a buy market. Let's go up to the 1 hour where my yellow line is. That was a buy market. So if we look at the charts coming up, remember the day before we had already established that we're in a daily buy, all right, a 4-hour buy stop rather, which was this one coming up to here. That was a 4-hour buy stop on Thursday. And it came up to here and it went sideways. It went sideways. But because it bought up so much, I said I wanted to see it come down first before we entered for another buy. But for those who would have been a little bit aggressive, I didn't take this buy. Let's go back down to the 1 minute, right? I did not take this buy here, this 5-minute buy stop, all right? I'm going to show you with you why. So it's showing a 1 minute sell, right?
Yeah.
It's showing a 1 minute sell, okay? But the 1 minute sell came down and it touched the 15-minute line. Remember, we just looked at the 15-minute chart right here. If we go back to the 15-minute chart, let's go back to the 15-minute chart. We could see that it came down and touched the 15-minute yellow line. Can you see that right there? Can we see that?
Yes.
All right, so if we go back to the 1 minute, you could understand more clearly why is it that it bought from that point? Why is it that it went up from that point? Why is it that it went up? It went up from that point because it touched the 15-minute yellow line for the first time after it went up, okay? So that you could expect a little buy up. Some people would be a little bit aggressive and take it. I wouldn't take it. Why? Because this is just too far from the 1 minute trade line after such a big buy up. So I'd be a little bit cautious in trying to get a buy after that big run up the day before. Remember that we saw a big run up. If we come over here, all the way over here, remember? See the big run up? Okay. And then it came down, it went sideways for a bit, right? See a little bit up, a little bit down, down again, up, down, but nothing major until here it started pulling down. And when it touched that 15-minute line, it went up. Now here's where I saw a sell opportunity. Here's where I saw a sell opportunity, right? Because it was trying to sell, touched the 15-minute line, and it went back up. And then it came up here. And let's draw this out and see what is this starting? Anybody between these two, could anybody tell me what you see here? Anybody can tell me what they see right there in the middle between those two lines? Anybody wants to tell me what they see right here? What am I drawing?
The logo.
Okay, well, all right. The logo is there in terms of on the 1 minute, right? The logo is here, but let's take a look at what we see here. What are these three things called? Anybody? Mark, what would we call these three things?
I know what it is.
All right. So we've
It's
ever
not
heard of
higher
double top,
high,
triple
it's
top,
something else. It's
double top, triple top? Anybody? Double top, triple top,
triple.
right?
It will be triple top. It is 3.
Right. So it's a triple top. Okay. All right. So this triple top, what that means is that okay, welcome Stacy. I don't want to leave you out. I'll come back to you in a second. But this is a triple top, right? Can we see that the market came up to here, reverse, came up to here, reverse, came up to here again, and it didn't keep going up? Because what needs to happen is that the market needs to either be making new highs or making new lows. Okay? So here, the market is in a buy mode. Remember, it was in a buy mode, but it went sideways all night. And then it came down slightly. And we're expecting it to come down to what? The 1 minute blue line, right? That's what we're expecting. Okay? So for you to get a sell, you have to wait to see a change of structure. And the change of structure, you could see that right here. It was trying to go up. You could see that it came down, then it came up. If we draw it from down here, right? It came up, created a high, created a higher low, created a higher high, created a higher low, created a higher high, and then created another higher high, and then a higher low. But it created an equal high, equal low, equal high. When you see these three equal highs, that tells you the market is starting to reverse. Sometimes you get it just as an M, double top. Once you see that, the market is not going to give you a reversal. Now, here would be a good point to get a quick sell, which I did. And, going forward, that's an idea that you should know that this is a good time to try to get that sell. Because that 1 minute sell that was showing up here, I didn't go for it because I saw that it was going to come down to that 15-minute trade line and expected some reversal going up. But this would have been a good additional factor to couple with this to say, you know what, this is a good time to get a buy and expect it to come towards here, right? Which it came down, but it didn't come all the way down to our blue line. Okay? All right.
A quick question. Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Quick question. I do get confused at times with the higher high and the lower low. It's a higher high when it's above the yellow line. And
No. It's not. The higher high is not in reference to the line, to the trade line. The highs and lows is reference to the previous move of the market. So let's look at right here. What is this move? Is it up or down?
Down.
Down. So here is where, like right here is where this down move started, right? Right up here. So here is the double top. Can you see the double top right here?
Yes.
Right. So this double top, this is a double top. And that's why you saw a down move here. Okay? Now, this now creates a downward move. So for this to be considered a high, you would need for these two to come up above here, because this is the last real high. These are the last highs in the market. So it's in reference to the previous high that caused it a lower high.
Okay.
Is that helping you? So here's where it went up, created a high, created a low. But this high is higher than this last high.
Okay. Yes.
This low is higher than this last low. Then it created these two highs are what? Equal, or this one came up above? Equal high. And then it created an equal low. Then it created a lower high. You see, this high is lower than this high. And then it created a low that was lower than the last low. Then it created a high that was lower than the last high. And then it created a low that was lower than the last low. And then it created a high and it was lower than the last high. You see that?
Yes, I see the pattern now.
And then it comes, see, higher, low, lower, and you see lower high, lower low, lower high, and you see going down. And then it came down here, and what did it do? It created a high that was higher than this last high.
Yes.
So that's where the structure broke up. And when it changed now, it went from high to low. So this low is higher than this low now, right? And this high is higher than this high. And this low is higher than this low. Is that starting to become clearer to you now?
Yes.
So when it came up here for this high, what do we need for it to continue to go up? We need to have this high be higher than this one and this low be higher than this one. But that didn't happen. It created 3 highs that were at the same level. So that is a sign to tell you that this move, remember, what are we anticipating? Because when we're looking for the structure, what are we anticipating? Are we anticipating this market to continue to buy from here? Or are we anticipating that it could come down to the 1 minute blue line as a sell? What were we anticipating based on what happened before?
I think we were anticipating, we know it will be coming down and we're anticipating the buy up.
All right, so we're looking for it to come down first. So we're not looking for an aggressive buy up right now because it already bought up aggressively, remember, from the day before, right? Correct?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. So hi, Stacy. I want to check, Stacy, do you already have your safe to trade system? Because I don't want to be talking too much over your head if you don't.
No, I don't.
Oh, so you're new to the conversation.
Definitely.
Awesome. Have you ever traded before?
Just following.
Have you ever tried trading before, like demo?
No, neither.
Neither. That's fine. So what we have here is what's called the safe to trade system. And you sound like you're in Trinidad and Tobago. Your accent, not that your accent. Am I right? Yes, Stacy?
Yeah, the Tobago part of Canada. Tobago.
Okay, I picked up the accent. So doubles and bus up shot are my 2 favorite meals. When I come over there, I'm definitely going to be enjoying them. But towards the end, I'll come back and give you some of the basics of how the system works. But basically, what we're inviting you to participate in is 2 things. One, we have a community where you can do some marketing and introduce our community to other people to join, and we'll pay you money. You're going to earn a few $100s a month to a few $1,000s per month by introducing people to us the way you were introduced to us, right? The second thing is that we use this on the screen. We use this system that you'll be trained on how to use it to make money on your computer. You'll literally be able to stay at home, or on your phone and use it to make money. And you'll be trained and supported on how to go about doing that. So 2 broad ways. Plus, we also have a travel website where if you do plan to do any traveling, you can get up to 80% discount on hotels. But you can also give people the website to use and make money when they use it to make their bookings.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so we have a very comprehensive, great business that you can be a part of. So we'll fill you in some more towards the back end. But I want to help some of our people who have bought the system already understand how to use it. All right?
Okay, no problem. I'm listening.
All right, great. So Cheryl, Amoy, Mark, and others who are on here who already have the system, Miggy, right? Here is, what is this? What type of trade is this one? Green, red, green. What type of trade is this one where my yellow line is? Because the market went up, and I was saying to you guys, I was taking a quick sell here. But what type of trade is this right here?
Buy.
This is a 1 minute what?
Buy.
Buy. So why is it that I am not excited about taking this 1 minute buy stop? Anybody wants to say why I would prefer to go for the sell here rather than try to get the buy? Anybody?
Is it?
Why you'd want to take what?
Why I was looking to get a sell here with the triple top. You see this triple top. Triple top means that the market wants to reverse. But remember, when it was going up on the 1 minute, right? it would have made all of this green.
Right.
Okay, right? But remember, the market had bought up a lot the day before. And we're anticipating that the market is going to come back down to the blue line on the 1 minute chart rather than continue going up. So when right here, when I saw this buy stop, I would not be excited about putting in a 1 minute buy stop here
No.
because of the fact that the market had already bought up so much. Plus, right before that buy stop, what is this? A reversal of
It's close to
an
the
up move?
peak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's at the peak of the market at that point. Plus, it's 3 peaks here, which means that it tried to go up, it came down, tried to go up, it came down, tried to go up, and it came down. And then when it came down, it gave you a 1 minute buy stop. So if you're new to using the system, you would jump and put your 1 minute entry here on the yellow line. It would have wicked you in right here. And then what happened? Did it go up or go down?
Yeah, went down. That
Went
has
down.
happened to me.
It's happened to me a lot. So that's what I know. So this is now helping you to understand. You don't just blindly put the buy stop in because it's showing you a buy stop. You have to look at what was going on before to help you to understand. Plus, we need to look, you know, we already know we're in a buying environment, but we knew that the market bought up aggressively, and look at it relative to the blue line. You could see that it's far away from its 1 minute blue line. I was expecting it to come back down. So I went for a 1 minute sell here. I went for a quick sell here. I didn't go for the buy, right? Because of these triple tops and because of knowing that I expect the market to go towards the blue line, right? But I didn't stay long, as you shouldn't necessarily stay long because it's not fully developed yet. But let's see what happened afterwards. All right, so we'll cover these two, right? We'll cover that one. Okay, and also you have to understand where the buying pressure comes from. Okay, this 1 minute buying pressure is coming from the 1 minute trade line. But where did this buying pressure come from? Anybody remember?
From that low there.
It came from which trade line? Which moving average? On which chart did this one come from?
That was the 15 minute?
Yes,
Right.
correct. So this would have had much more push up because this is coming off the 15 minute yellow line rather than this one, which is coming off the 1 minute yellow line. You got that? And in addition to that, it's far away from the blue line. If this 1 minute trade was close to the blue line, I would take it because the market tends to come back to the blue line if it's above it, and if it's below it, it tends to come up to it. So when you're close to the blue line on the 1 minute and you get a 1 minute buy stop, that's kind of like a no-brainer. You can go ahead and take it because it's close enough to this blue line and the chances of it going up is much higher. Okay? All right, so good. All right, so then you see the market now started to form a sell stop, 1 minute sell stop, 1 minute sell stop. So we keep going forward, 1 minute sell stop, right? Then it switched over to green 1 minute, so it bought up a little bit. Okay, all right. You know, right now for me, I've been watching the market a bit. I would not be in or out necessarily after I won that trade. I'll chill a bit and wait. But I'm looking for, and here's another opportunity, right? When it came down, here's another opportunity for, why did I put this arrow here? I'm trying to remember why I expected a buy there. Oh yeah, so it came down again. And then you have to look at these patterns, right? Look at this pattern right here. The market came down, so it sold down. So let's mark right here. Let's mark right here and see where it came down to. Okay, because those things are really important to pay attention to. So when it came down, remember over here, it came down to the 15 minute, right? So let's go up to the 15 minute again. Okay, let's go up to the 15 minute again. And it came into the 15 minute channel this time. Can you see that? First, it came down, touched, and went back up. Then it came down into the channel, and it bought out of the 15 minute channel, and it went back up. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So rather than trying to take that 1 minute buy stop, this is where you take the buy. But there's also another clue with this arrow, which I'm going to show you. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart, and let's go look at that clue. We're going to look at that clue. There's another clue here. Okay. All right. So remember now, this came down and it came to inside of the 15 minute channel right here, correct?
Yeah.
and it went up, and then now the market now started to reform itself to go up, back up. It didn't go all the way up here, and then it reversed and came down. All right, so it went up and came down. Now, when it came down here, let's pay attention to what's happening. Let's draw this again. When it came down below our trend line and it came to here, what is this called? What is this called right here? What is these 2 points called? A double what?
Double top. Double
bottom.
Double bottom.
So we have double and triple tops, and then we have double and triple bottoms, right?
Okay.
So because remember the market sold down to here, then it came back up, see? But it didn't come up above these highs, and then it tried to go back down, but it would not go down below these lows down here. And then it created a double bottom, and then it started to push back up. So that's a sign to tell you the market wants to go up, okay? So that's a good time now for you to look for a possible buy. Now, once it comes up above the 1 minute line, which it did here, and it reverses and comes back to the 1 minute line, this is where you can get a good entry for the safest buy. This arrow is the safest place to take a buy stop.
Okay.
Because you could see the 1 minute buy here, green, red, green. You could see it clearly, right?
Yeah.
With a broken back. So it came below on the 1 minute. If we jump up to let's jump up to the 5 minute to see what we see where that arrow is. Oops. Let's jump to the 5 minute, right? 5 minute. Okay, what type of trade is this when it came down here? Green, red, green. What type of trade is that? Right here when it came down. So this was the first one. This was the second one. Can we see that?
Yeah.
And it went back up. Okay, this is a 5 minute buy stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a sweet, very safe entry is when it did the double bottom down here. These 2 candles that look like 2 candles on the 1 minute is a double bottom, but it came up and it retested the 1 minute line, and that's when you could take a 1 minute trade up. Because you've already seen that, oh, it went down, you wouldn't want to go down, it went up, come. You need a nice little buy. Nice little buy, right? Nice little buy. Now, here's where, let's keep going. And then we're going to go back down to the 1 minute chart. All right, let's go back down to the 1 minute chart. And let's come back over here. All right, so this is our nice little arrow, right? We discussed what the use of that is. All right, so we can get rid of that. And the market bought up, and you would have been able to make some money up here, right? So let's start to look at what's going on now. Some things were coming up. This is 7 a.m. So right here, 7 a.m. So we got a little run up in the market in the morning, and then it came up and started to reverse here. Okay, started to reverse here. Now coming up to before 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. What was happening at 8:30 a.m.? Anybody remember what we spoke about?
The news.
Exactly. We had the news at 8:30 a.m., right? So we know that we had a red folder coming up at 8:30 a.m., right? So we have to then anticipate. All right, so which direction most likely would the market want to go in based on what we had already discussed? What direction would we anticipate that the market would want to go in based on what we had already discussed with the news? Which direction do you think they would want to push it? I mean, obviously it's showing us a buy stop right here in the 1 minute, right? 1 minute buy, right? But you already took advantage of some buys coming up to here, and then it didn't go. See, it came up here. Look right here. Here's a bunch of clues. What's going on right here? Is it continuing to go up, or is it creating? It's creating a lot of equal highs. See, right here, a lot of equal highs. Right? So it's telling you that the market is having difficulty continuing to go up. So if you get a 1 minute buy here just before the news, knowing what happened the day before, right? I would not expect the news to take it up. Not that it can't, not that it won't, but I would not be looking forward in that direction. Now, when it comes to this point, you have, as a newbie, I would suggest that you don't play the news. Wait to see what they do with it, and then take the play after that. But what were we expecting? What did we want to have happen? What did we say we want to have happen? Anybody remember? We wanted this to come down, right? Remember we said that we wanted the market to come down to what? Here.
Yeah.
And then we would take it coming back up. You remember? Didn't we say that that's what we wanted? We wanted it to come down. And then when it came down, we wanted to get the move up.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, I took a bit advantage of the down move because I expected it to go down as well. So I got some of the down move. But let's look at what happened. Let's look at what happened there, right? So let's come over here, right? So the news move it down, right? Did it go down?
Nice down.
Nice down, right? So if you were anticipating a move down, you would have been able to put in a sell stop before the news was announced, and then you would have benefited from that. If you put in a buy stop and it wicked you in, then obviously you'd lose a lot of money. Okay, if you did a buy stop here, if you were reading the charts and say, oh, this is a 1 minute buy, the news is coming up, let me go ahead and put in a 1 minute buy stop. And if you put in a 1 minute buy stop and it wicks you in, this drop, if it's nice, it could blow your account. If you have $400 or $500, this would have used it. Right? Okay. All right, good. Are we together so far, guys? All right. Stacy, I know it's a little bit ahead of you, but stay with us, all right? All right, welcome, BB, Bridget. All right. Okay.
Hey there, Doc.
All right. Hey.
This is awesome. I mean, you're explaining it so very well. It's awesome. We love safety trade, boy. It's good.
It's illumination. It's illumination. All right.
No, my boss, it's money, 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 money.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shut you.
All right. All right. So with this push down, we're expecting it to come back up, right? So it started coming back up, right? And then it came up and it touched the 1 minute trade line and, pull back down, pull back down. Now, for those people who do not have, because let's just start to analyze what's going on. Let's put some lines here, right? And let's start to look at the other time frames. All right, so put some lines here. Let's start other time frames. So that's the 1 minute. Let's go up to the 5 minute. All right, so 5 minute time frame. Okay, and what type of trade is this showing us on the 5 minute? Anybody wants to tell us what type of trade is it showing us on the 5 minute, right where the yellow line is? That was the broken buck, right? So that's the new candle broke the buck. So it's no longer a 5 minute buy. Okay. All right, and it's not yet a 5 minute sell either. All right, it was a broken buck. Let's go up to the 15 minute and let's see what happened at the yellow line. Now, what did this push down do? What did this push down do on the 15 minute chart? What did it create on the 15 minute chart? Anybody? Before the 15 minute chart, before the push down, what was the 15 minute chart telling us? Green, green, green. There was no buy. It was a buy environment, but there was no buy stop. Correct? Correct?
Yeah.
All right. And when the push down happened with the news, where my yellow line is, what did it create? What did this drop that the news did create? What did it create down here?
So.
What is this down here? Anybody? Green. The histogram bars is red and the box is green. What type of trade is that?
What? Oh, a buy trade. What?
A buy trade. What did we say we wanted the market to do when we were analyzing on Thursday? When we saw that it bought up like this and we said we was going sideways, what did we say we wanted it to do? We wanted it to what? Come down. And we wanted it to come to where? The 1 hour trade line. Anybody remember that? We said we wanted it to come down to the 1 hour. Wanted to see this come down to the 1 hour. We wanted to see it come down to the 1 hour yellow line. Isn't that what we said? Right? And what did it do? Did it do that for us? Did it come down into the seat, came down into the 1 hour channel?
Yeah.
All right, so what should we expect if it comes down into the 1 hour buy channel? Should we expect it to continue selling down or should we now put in buy stops expecting it to go back up?
Expect it to go back up.
Yes, so you put in your buy stops. So you go back to your 15 minute chart. Here's our 15 minute chart. And when it came down, when it came down to here, right? Instead of now being excited, trying to look for sells, because on your lower time frames, right? These candles here, let's drop down to the 5 minute. Okay, on the 5 minute chart, right here, you're gonna see for the inexperienced trader, what type of trade is this reading? What type of trade is this right here? Red, green, red. What type of trade is this?
Sell.
Sell, correct. All right, so if we come here, we'll be looking for a sell. Let's go down to our 1 minute. Let's go down to our 1 minute chart. All right, 1 minute chart, 1 minute chart. Over here, when it dropped down like this, what type of trade would we be looking for right here? When it came down like this, what type of trade would we be looking for right here? Red, green, red.
Sell.
Right, you'll be looking to do a sell right there. Let's put this line in here. You'll be looking to do a sell here. And then if you go ahead and you put in a sell below the yellow line right here, would it wick you in? Yes, it would definitely wick you in. Would you have lost that trade? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Because because we didn't look at the fact that the sell down was setting up a what? A 15-minute buy stop. So yes, you could make some money from the sell, but I wasn't overly excited about the sell. I was excited about the buyback because I already knew it was a buy environment. Remember, we have a 4-hour buy stop, we have a 1-hour buy environment, we have a daily buy environment. So the overall environment is a buy, not a sell. So these short-term sells are fine. You could take advantage of them, but I wouldn't be excited about seeing this big drop in sell and then take a 1 minute sell at the bottom down here, especially after, is this an up-down move or is it a sideways right here?
Sideways.
Sideways. And let's go on and start to draw. Let's start to draw before the 1 minute. Before the 1 minute, let's start to draw. What? The down, up, right? Higher, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, low. And then this is what? A higher high, right? Higher low, higher high, equal low, right? Because it wicked over here and it came down to here, right? And then this is a what? A higher high than the last high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? So this means the market is starting to what? Reverse, not sell. So if you then see, if you don't pay attention to the structure coming down to here, okay, and then you see this 1 minute sell stop, you jump and put in a 1 minute sell stop here after seeing this all big sell coming down, and the market reverses on you, okay? But if we just use this yellow line right here, where the 1 minute sell was called out, let's just put that there, and then just now put a horizontal line right here, right? Put a horizontal line right here, okay? Right where this 1 minute sell is. Let's go up in time now, 5 minute, and let's look up what our 5 minute chart is showing us. Right, let me take this off here. I can remove this now. Let's go and see what, right there. What type of trade is this saying on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute? What type of trade is this, right where the yellow line is?
Right, sell.
Is it a sell stop or a sell environment? Is this showing you a sell stop?
Sell environment.
Right, because the sell stop didn't occur until right here. Okay, and that was when the 5 minute sell stop would have been called out. And if you put a 5 minute sell stop here, it could have wicked you in. But then let's go up to the 15-minute chart, right where these yellow and blue lines cross. Right? What is the 15-minute saying? What is the 15-minute saying? Green, red.
It's buy environment.
Buy, and is it buy environment or is
it's buying up?
Is this a buy stop or a sell stop right here? Green, red, green.
It's a buy.
It's a buy stop.
Yeah.
It's a buy stop. So you could have then put your entry line anywhere. You could have put it up here above the yellow, on the yellow if you're very conservative. But then you could have put it anywhere in between down here and going back up to here, right? If you're aggressive, okay? All right, and let's say you waited for it to come to the yellow line. And you open 2 trades at the yellow line on the 15-minute. Because the day before, were we expecting this to sell down? Be way down, or were we expecting it to pull back to the 1 hour and go back up? We were expecting it. What we were predicting is that it would come to the 1 hour line and go back up. Isn't that what we spoke about? And right down here where it reversed, let's go back to the 1 hour. Where did it reverse? Inside of what? What's this between the yellow line and the green line on the 1 hour chart? We're on the 1 hour chart. What is this called?
In the channel?
The channel. So it
Mhm.
reversed out of the 1 hour channel to give us a what? A 15-minute 1 hour buy stop,
Mhm.
right? Gave us no, what pushed on the market, what they used to push on the market was the 8:30 a.m. news.
Mhm.
Right. So let's go down now. We could even look at the 30-minute chart. What type of trade is this on the 30-minute chart? Anybody tell me? What type of trade is this? What is this called? Right here with my yellow lines.
Try again.
Bridget, what is that?
So fill in the gap there.
Ah, so we have a 15-minute buy stop and a 30-minute fill in the gap, and the market came down into the 1 hour channel. So it did what we were anticipating. And then you could have now put in your buy. Now let's look to see if the same thing happened on NAS. Let's see if the same thing happened on NAS. Did it happen on NAS too? How many pips? How many pips is this? Lord of woo! All right, somebody tell me, how many pips did this go up to?
238.
Ah,
Doc, look at gold. I think gold did the same.
gold is something. So we'll come back to gold in a second. We'll come back to gold. We'll go to gold. We'll go to gold. So did we discuss this and it turned out to our favor? Because we've said that we because of the buy up, it was far away from the trade lines, and what we wanted it to do is to come back down, and then when it came down, we would take the buy back up. Remember, that is what we wanted. So that way we don't get tricked. We don't get tricked into seeing the sell, and then you jump into sells late. Because let's go back down again. Let's go back down. Did I take? No, go back to SPX. I marked up here, right? Remember now, when it was coming down to here, let's go down in time frame. When it was coming down to here, if we go down in time frames, right? What did we see here? A 5-minute what? Sell. But this 5-minute sell is not supported by the 15-minute, because the 15-minute block is what? Green. It's not red. If we go down to the 5-minute, you see red, green, red right here, which is a sell stop. Okay. If you go down to the 1 minute at this yellow line, it's probably going to turn to yes, it was a sell stop too on the 1 minute. Okay, before it turned back to a buy. But why wouldn't you enter this? Why wouldn't you enter the sell stop here? If you're paying attention to structure, you would not go for the sell stop. Because you could see there was a W here, double bottom. All right, and then there's another bottom here again before it created you the sell stop. So I would not be aggressively taking a sell stop here. I would not be looking out for a sell here because the market structure started to change. So it's important to understand market structure, higher lows, lower highs, and understand what's called change of character, right? And then that will help you in not putting in the trade at the wrong time. The 1 minute sell stop is a legitimate call by the system, right? But I would not be trying to get a 1 minute sell here, okay? Knowing what was going on in the market overall, knowing what we were expecting it to do, all right? Which is the 15-minute buy coming out of the 1 hour channel, which we saw. And we saw on NAS and the US 30 did it too, right? So let's keep moving. All right, so now once it's bought up now, let's go through that. Once it's bought up, here's what happens. When you see the starting to go up like this, let me put these pullbacks. So here's a pullback, right? Here's a pullback right here. Let's put in some more yellow line, here's another pullback here, came below the line. All right, this is not really a pullback, but this is one, right? So let's look at these. What time frame am I on? I'm on the one.
1 minute.
One, right. So when it starts to happen, when the buy starts to happen, this is where you can now come to get your buys. Right? Based on what we spoke about, here's a sell down, right? Here's a sell down. Here's another sell down, right? Looks like the market's about to sell down again, right? But what did it? Let me just move this line. What did it create right here? What did it create right when it sold down and it came down here? What did it create?
Okay. Yeah.
A what? What is this called? What is right here called?
Double bottom.
Double bottom.
Double bottom, and it formed a W, right?
Mhm.
And then what would you take going up because of the double bottom? A buy. And what is this down here? A 1 minute buy stop. So this is how you would be able to take your 1 minute buys when you have it supported by the right structure. If you do not have this type of right structure here, then you take a 1 minute buy, this could most likely reverse on you. Doesn't mean once you have the W, you can never reverse. But you're looking at a bunch of factors together to determine if you should take the buy or not. And then where's the safest trade? When it broke out and it came back and touched the 1 minute line, see, give you another run up. You could get another few pips here. Okay? All right, let me take that off the screen. I'll keep moving. All right. So nice. So that's how you'll be able to capitalize on once the move is in motion and that 15-minute 1 hour bias kicked in, then you could go ahead and get some other 1 minute buy stops, right? You could go ahead and get some other 1 minute buy stops, but you want to take them when they have come down to some extent. Like this one, this was a nice one because this one came down. Let's just mark this one, this drop right here. You know why this is a nice one? Because it came back to one of these trade lines. See, if you go here and look at it, where did it come down to? What time frame am I now on? 5 minute. You see, it came into the 5 minute channel. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And this is the first time it's coming back to the 5 minute channel after it broke out and went up. So this is a good place for you to now take another buy because it came down back into a buy environment. Okay, created a 1 minute buy stop, supported by a 5 minute buy environment, 15 minute buy environment, 30 minute 1 hour, and so forth. Okay, and it had come down close to the 1 minute blue line. Can you see that? Down here, it almost touched the 1 minute blue line when it was selling down with the news, which we wanted it to do. But now it's gonna go away from the 1 minute blue line because of the buying pressure. All right, so when it came up here now, it created a new high, and then it started to push back down a bit. Now, what should you expect this to want to do going into Sunday night? Should you expect this to want to continue to go up immediately, or should you expect to see it come down towards this blue line before it goes back up? Anybody?
It's gonna sell down.
Yeah, the expectation is for it to come down. Now, there's something happening at 7 p.m. on Monday. Does anybody know what type of red folder we have 7 p.m. Sunday night? Sorry, 7 p.m. Sunday night.
7 p.m. Yeah. I see here Fed Chair Powell speaks.
All right. When he speaks, does the market move?
Of course.
So if I were you, Sunday evening, man, I would eat my dinner early or eat it late. Because between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, this market is going to be hot. I'm telling you, it's going to be on fire. Just watch. It's going to be on fire. You're going to wonder what. Some people who do not use red folders are going to wonder what's happening on a Sunday evening while the market is moving like this. Why is it moving so fast? Why is, all the US dollar peers and the indices and gold and everything moving? Okay, so we can anticipate a sell. In fact, this blue line right here is already my entry. I took an entry just before the market closed on Friday evening for a sell, and I'm already in profit. Right? Because the market already went to a new high, and we're going to have some sell-off. It's just, whether we get to the blue line or close to it, but it's going to come down to some extent in this direction on all three indices. It's already happening on NAS. It's already happening on US 30. All right? And then it's going to come back. It's the natural tendency of it is for us to see it come back down. All right? We expect to see it come down. And when it gets down, let's start to look at the different time frames here. We're at the 1 minute right now, below the 1 minute. Okay. And it's still this is a 1 minute buy, but I don't expect big buys. Right? 1 minute buy, 15 minute. All right, let's go to the 5 minute first. 5 minute. So it's below the 5 minute. First of all, let's go to the 1 minute. Right? 1 minute, it's setting up for a 1 minute sell stop. Okay, setting up for a 1 minute sell stop, but it's not there yet. Okay, It's not fully there yet because it went sideways. It's sold down and sideways. All right. On the 5-minute chart, the bot needs to break. Right. This bot needs to break. And then the 15-minute is down into the 15-minute channel. And we could expect some buying up out of the 15-minute channel, right? But we're going into a news. So we're going to see that the news is either going to shoot this up or they're going to use it to shoot it down. My expectation is that they're going to come down first before they go back up. It's already in the 15-minute channel, all right? So because there's a likelihood that it wants to come down and clear up what are called some imbalances down there. But bottom line is that we have to pay attention to what the chart is telling us. And right now, it has not fully developed the 15-minute buy stop yet. Okay? And the 5-minute is not yet, it's a 5-minute buy stop, and we may see it buy up a bit before it comes back down. Okay? All right, we may see that happen. But if we look at the 15-minute chart, it already came down below the 15-minute channel, bought up, came back and touched this line, bought up. So this is going to want to come down some more first before it buys back up again. All right, so you should expect to see it come down maybe to the 30-minute. It hasn't come down to the 30-minute yellow line. When it comes to this 30-minute yellow line, I expect to see a reaction from this to buy back up. All right, because this is the first time it's coming to the 30-minute line after it broke out. So I expect to see it come down and touch this. So my sell that I have, what I'm planning to do with it, right now it's in the 15-minute channel. If we put a line here, if we put a horizontal line on the second moving average for the 15-minute chart, it generally coincides with the top of the 30-minute. See? It's almost at the top of the 30-minute. So I'm going to exit my trade just before this because I expect it to come back up. When it come back up, I'm going to look to come back down again with it, right? If that's happening before, because we're going to have about 2 hours before the news. So I expect it to come back down, react here. So I'll jump out just before it comes down to here. I'm going to jump out, take some profit there. I expect it to come back up. If it comes back up again, by that time, it would have set up a 5-minute sell stop, 1-minute, 5-minute sell stop, right? Which they may use that 1-minute, 5-minute sell stop to come down. So I put in a sell stop below where the market is when news is a good distance away. So if it comes down, it puts me in, right? If it comes down, it puts me in. If they run up, which I doubt they're going to run up, but if they run up, then I'm not in the trade. I wouldn't lose any money. But if they go down, man, I'm going to make some good money if they run it down. Because when they run it down with the news, they're going to run it down a good distance like they did on Friday. And then once they run it down and I make the money going down, once they come down, right, let's go to the 1 hour, right? Once they come down, let's draw this out like they did on Friday. If they come down and come down below here, then that's when I'll put my buy stop in, waiting for them to go back up. Are we understanding that? So you play it down, you're gonna play it down with them, but you put buy stops in, so you're not in the trade, and you put your buy stops a good distance away from where the market is before the news, so it doesn't wick you in and go in the opposite direction. Okay? You have to be very swift with it if you're gonna do it, or just don't do it. Just don't play the news. Just wait for it to come down if they do it, right? And then when they do it, it goes up, because it's not likely that they're gonna run from here up. It's not likely. That they can't do it. I've seen it happen before. I've seen them do that. They'll just start out, in a buy environment and continue buying. But generally, they'll come down first and then go back up. That's generally what happens. So I anticipate it to come down here. See, this is the 1 hour channel, right? So I expect it to come below the 1 hour channel. If it comes down to the 4 hour channel, guys, let's go to the 4 hour chart. If they bring it down to the 4 hour channel, look at what happened over here. Look at what happened over here. Look at what happened over here, right? Let's look at what happened over here. Get these drawings off. Look at those are the 1 hour drawings, right? But let's look at what happened here. Did it come close to the 4 hour channel on Friday? See? Came close to the 4 hour channel. So if we get the blessing of them doing this, if they do this on Sunday night and they come down into here, you bid.
You bid. What a while.
So now the inner workings of what they're doing. We want them to do this. We want them to do this. So those people who see the market is selling, the market. No, the market's not selling. Look at the environment. It's a buy environment. it's a bullish environment. It's not going to just sell down like that. It's a lot of power it's going to need to move it in a downward direction. Beyond, because firstly, let's just look at how this is playing out, right? Let's look at how this is playing out. Remember now, this goes according to the logo, right? That's one of the great blessings we have here, right? With the system, right? Let's draw it out, right? You know, price was below, told to go up, came back down, and then goes up. That's the logo on the 4-hour. So for this to form the logo again, it would have to come down below here and then come back up, okay? Right? So it has a good distance to go to develop a 4. And these 4-hour buy stops take a while. They don't come around very often. Let's take a look at how often we see a 4-hour buy stop. So you can understand that these are not common, right? Let's look at 4-hour buy stops. This is one, right? Green, green, green. This one happened on Thursday, the 1st of February. This one happened on the 17th of January, okay? This one happened with a broken back on January 5th. The one before that was December 7th. You see how infrequent they are? So 4-hour buy stops are not a common thing, okay? So when they do happen, they do run for a little while before they come back down. So any downward move that we see, we shouldn't expect it to be any long-term downward move. But fine, take your sell stops. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. We should definitely take them. But while you're taking them, you be a little careful, knowing that these sell stops are not big-time long-term sells. Not that it can't be, because if you go over your runners and you adjust your stop profit going down until it taps you, which is fine. But don't open the trade and say, yes, this is going to give me 50 pips, 60 pips. You know, if you get 5, 10 pips, take it, run, move with it. Okay, any questions so far? I know I've said a lot so far. I'm going to gold for you. Any questions so far? All right, so what we're looking for going into this, what I'm looking for, right? And you know, you do your own thing, because we're all here to learn from each other. I'm looking for this to go down, right? I'm looking for this to go down. So I'll be want to have a sell stop already open on SPX. I'm going to be setting up come close to the news, and my hope is that right now it's inside. My hope is that this is on the 15-minute, so it's inside the 15-minute channel already, right? So my hope is that either it bounces off here and comes back up a bit for a buy before the news, right? Which would be great if it comes up, right? And then I'm going to put a sell stop below wherever the market is before the news for it to come down. That's my expectation, right? And that's how I'm going to play that particular move, because it's too far from the 1-minute trade line right now. It's too far. You see the 1 minute, that's the 15 minutes, sorry. Go back to the 1 minute. You see, it's close, but it's not close enough to the 1 minute, right? If we go to our 3-in-1 scanner, let's go over to our 3-in-1 scanner. 3-in-1 scanner. Everything is green. So we want to see one of these turn red. If one of these turn red before the news, ooh-wee, look, right? Look for the other two to turn red as well. So if we look at the 1 minute, we're looking at the 1-minute chart on NAS. Let's look on SPX, right? You'd see that it's a good distance from the 1-minute trade line. Let's look at US 30. US 30 is also a good distance from its 1-minute trade line. So coming into the evening before the news, right, it may push back up before it goes down. Okay, but my expectation is that it's going to go down. All right, if it goes down even before, and you know, might go down before and then pull back. If it keeps, in my experience, if it keeps going down, all right, and it keeps going down, and you have a 1-minute, 5-minute environment like this where it's all red. If this pulls back to here, let me draw this out again. Expand this. Right, if this pulls back up to here and comes above here, this is going to create. You're going to see the perfect red, green, red, and then you just look at the 5-minute. And look at your 5-minute chart. If then you know how a 5-minute red back, So it comes up into the 5-minute channel and I have a red block on the 5-minute, or touches the 5-minute trade line and I have a red block. And you go down here on the 1 minute, and this is red at the bottom, green histogram bars and red block. Then that's a nice 1 minute sell stop. And understanding everything that's at play, that just gives you the indication that, man, we're gonna get a sell. So you would be able to know, not know, but have an idea of what it is going to happen in the market. Are they going to buy it up? Are they going to sell it down? And my expectation with the news is that they're going to pull down first before they come back up. And come Sunday evening, that's what starts at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock Eastern, which gives you 5 o'clock Eastern, which gives you a 2 hours to see what the development is. All right, and we could just go sideways and not do anything much until 7 o'clock. And 7 o'clock they kick it into motion. All right, but we'll know. We're gonna know. We're gonna know. We're gonna know come 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on tomorrow. All right. All right. So let's go over to gold now. To look at gold for Amoy. We wanted us to look at gold, right? All right. So let's look at gold. What did you want to look at about gold specifically, Amoy?
There was a big movement in the morning.
All
It
right.
was around news time.
Yep. All right, this drop, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's the 8:30 news, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So if you look at what was going on before, so the market had bought up, right? The day before. Right? So they bought up heavily the day before and it came down and it went sideways. And it stayed sideways all day. Okay? Now before the news, it would have been all a buying environment. Green, see? Before the news, it would all be buys. Right? This is 15-minute. Right? So let's put our line here and let's try to see what's going on before. And let's drop down now to the 5-minute and let's see what did the 5-minute tell us, right? That is a what? A buy stop, correct?
Yes.
All right, let's go down to the 1 minute and see what the 1 minute told us just before the news, right? What did it tell us just before the news? All right, this was a buy stop, okay? And then the block broke just before the news, right? It came down, she started selling down just before the news, right? And then on news, it sold down. Now, I would not be trying to do a buy here. Why? All right, let me share with you why I would not go for the buy. Because what happened the day before? Right? This was the highest high in the market recently over here. Can we see that? And it had broken that high and it created these wicks up here. Do you see these wicks up here? This is on the right now we're on the 15-minute chart just to see it's a little bit clearer, right?
Yeah.
Do you see these wicks up here? So these wicks up here are calling exhaustion wicks, right? So the market wants it to turn back a bit, which it did, and it came back up again, and it didn't come back up above these highs, right? But then after coming down, it bought up. Now this is Thursday, right? Here's Thursday, the day before, Thursday. Do you see this buy on Thursday?
Yes.
Right. So with this kind of buy momentum, it tells you one, they want to buy the market up, but it came down and it didn't come back up above here before the news. See, it didn't come back up above there before the news. Okay? So I would be conservative about trying to get a buy after seeing it peak and come down and then go sideways on me. All right, I would be very cautious about trying to get a buy. You know, would I have set I didn't take advantage of this sell, all right, because this could have gone either way. They could have bought it up from here or they could have sold it down, which they sold it down. So what some traders do is that they set a sell stop and a buy stop when they see that the market is uncertain in terms of whether it's going to continue to go down or continue to go up, right, with the news. If you want to try to play the news, or just leave it alone and don't play the news and allow them to either bring it. In this case, it was away from the 1 minute blue line. This is 1 minute, right? Yep. In this case, it was away for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, sorry. All right, let's go down. Let's go down another time frame again. 15 minute was a 15 minute was nothing. Before the news, the 15 minute didn't give you any idea. Let's go on the 30 minute to see what the 30 minute was showing us before the news. 30 minute was also a buy environment, right? And then let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour buy stop had already happened. See this 1 hour buy stop over here? Okay, that was on Thursday, right? So you had this nice big 1 hour buy stop. So you get this long back 1 hour buy stop, and then it went sideways on you. I would be waiting for some pullback to the 1 hour channel to get another buy going. That's what I would have waited on. So I wouldn't have been aggressive. I wouldn't have been looking for a buy coming out of here after this long buy, right? Because the market doesn't just continue to go up. It goes up and comes down and goes up and comes down and goes up and comes down, right? Now here's another very interesting thing happening with gold, right? Here's another interesting thing happening with gold. Now it came down and it wicked below the last low. Can you see that? Let me put a horizontal line right here. It came down and it wicked below the last low, right? Which says to me that the market probably wants to go. Probably doesn't mean that. There's a possibility that the market may want to go down. Now there's another 1 hour buy stop that was created. See that? Another 1 hour buy stop was created. But the buck, if this doesn't go above this trade line very soon, this buck is going to break. And if the buck is broken, it means that what we could be looking at instead of a 1 hour buy stop is a 4 hour buy stop. Because right now it's inside of the 4 hour channel, at the top of the 4 hour channel. Okay? So it came down below the 4 hour channel and it's buying up in a buy market. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to be a little bit cautious with gold and the news. I want to see what they're going to do. Right now it's buying up according to this right now, 1 minute buy environment. If we go to 5 minutes, the 5 minutes is going to be a buy environment. Right? See the buck was a 5 minute sell and the buck broke. Right? Because it had sold down so much already during that day and it went sideways. So you got a few little short, some very short 5 minute sell stops. See them? Right? And then when you look at structure, what is this telling you? What is this telling you right here? When you look at structure right here, it came down, created a low, right? Created a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, equal high, same low, higher high, higher low, equal high, slightly lower low, but now a higher high. So this is suggesting that the market wants to buy up. And what is pushing that up? This 1 hour buy stop. Let's go to this 1 hour buy stop right here, right? This is what's pushing the market back up. Okay? So we could see this 1 hour buy stop continue to go up because the logo, started below, came up, came down, and arch up. Right? And if it comes up and clears out this and comes up above here, if it ever comes up above this high point, look for it to go up more. Get a pullback and go up. But that's if it breaks this high. Okay, currently it went up to a high, came back, didn't come back above that high, sold down. And then what's interesting is that it sold down and it came down below where it bought up from. Because this is where it came down and caught a low and it bought up from here, right? It bought up from here for the 1 hour buy stop. And then it created another 1 hour buy stop, it's buying up again, right? So I'm gonna be a little bit cautious here because this could want to sell down to create, and I prefer to take the 4 hour buy stop, or maybe come down into the daily channel. Let's look at the daily channel to see where it is. Because we got a daily buy stop recently. See the daily buy stop here, right? So it may want to come back to the daily again, right? It wicked into the daily channel. So you saw a nice wick into the daily channel, right? It came into the daily channel and it went back up. Okay, so I'll be a little bit cautious. I'm not going to have a lot of cautious. I'm going to be cautious with gold. And I'm not going. I'm not. If it comes on into the daily, man, because this to me, I'm looking at this daily here. Sorry, I'm looking at this daily, and what's the trend here on the daily? What's the trend here on the daily?
Buy.
Yeah. But what is the trend between here and here? What is the trend on the daily? Between here and here. Between here and here, it's clearly creating high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, equal high, low,
Low.
right, low, and equal. So I would be a little bit cautious because right here, this daily move is not showing me that it wants to run up. You see that? Because if you look at this daily chart right here, it's not showing me that it wants to aggressively run up because this is where creating is high. And then after creating the high, it came down and it started creating higher lows and lower highs, right? Lower lows, sorry, and lower highs. We're starting to see that happen, see? Right? High, 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 right? So, and then go back to the 1 hour. Let's take this off. I'm not leaving them on here. Oops. All right. Come on from a thing. All right. So here, all right. So here, let's go back to the 1 hour, right? And if we look at our 1 hour chart, we got our 1 hour chart. Remember, I was saying was a point of concern for me. The 1 hour buy stop came up here. Now, what would normally happen is that it comes up, comes down, and goes up above here, and then comes down and then goes up above here. This is an up move, okay? But it didn't do that. What it did instead is that it came up and it went sideways a little up and then a little equal highs, which is at M, right? And then went down and it went down below here. So this to me is an ominous sign. So it may come up here and may come back down and come down below. If it comes down below here again, I'm looking for some sells. I'm not looking for more aggressive buys. Unless it comes down, if it comes down below here, if Sunday evening, this closes below here, I'm going to take some 1 minute, 5 minute sell stops until I see another change of character again to where it's changing its character to go back up. Because when it starts to change character, when it starts to change its character and no longer creating lower lows and lower highs, when it stops doing that, then it tells me that it wants to reverse. And then that's when I'm going to be looking out for, at that point, I'm going to be looking out for buys going back up out of one of the channels that it may go down into. So those are the things that, we have to look at things, a combination of things, and not just look at one thing. Okay? All right, if you want to really have a successful journey here. Okay? So those things, together, along with, looking at go down to the weekly and to see, the last time, so weekly, right? It was going up, and then we now see a little sideways move on the weekly. See that? Right? Yeah. Right. It's not continuing to, if we were to draw this out, right? Lower, high, lower, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, equal high, higher, low, and then it hasn't yet told us what it wants to do. Right? Is it going to create a high above here where it is last closed candle, not the wick, but closed candle is going to be higher. If it goes up higher, then it wants to continue to go up. If it goes down lower, then it probably wants to come back down first before it goes back up. So I would be looking out. I would be very mindful of that, and I'll be looking out for that. I'll be looking out for that, man. I'll be a little bit cautious where that is concerned. All right, I'll be looking out for that. So just be a little bit careful with that, those moves there. Just be a little bit careful, so you don't enter into you don't enter into what you don't want. Is that helpful to you, Amoy?
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed.
All right, great. All right, so gold is currently this is not the time to try to get into a buy here. This was not the time to get into the buy. The time to get into this buy, go up a little bit higher. All right, that's 1 minute. Let's go down to the 5 minute. Right, it was not here. It wasn't on the 5 minute. Let's go down to the 15 minute. Right, 15 minute was showing you that was not, it was not a 15-minute buy. Let's go down to the 30 minute. It was not a 30-minute buy. Let's go down to the 1 hour. It was a 1 hour buy. So this is where we should have gotten in for the 1 hour. Right, we should have gotten in for the 1 hour buy. Okay, and how do you know when it comes down to here? How do you know where to get in? Right, let's put our horizontal line here, and let's put a vertical line here. Let's go look now to see how do we find a nice place to jump in. Right here, right here. Let's go. How do we find that? Let's go to our 1 minute chart. You go down to your 1 minute. You go down to your 1 minute. All right. And over here, right? This is where the market came down. Okay. This is where it came down. And when it came down here are your clues. Right? What is this right here, everybody? What is this? What is that?
Structure.
Okay, what is that, a W, or is that a double bottom? Is that what this is? Does that look like a W?
Double, yeah.
Yeah.
Double bottom.
Right. So this is a good place to get even though this is showing you a 1 minute sell, right? Remember, the system set up a 1 hour what? Buy. Okay? Because of the sell down. So the sell down, you would not be saying, oh, it's going to keep going down. Let me jump into the 1 minute here. No, remember that it's selling down into a buy environment, and there's a 1 hour buy stop that you develop. So once you see that, you say, okay, well, where can I get my buys from? And then you pay attention to these double, and you say, okay, right here's a good place. Right here's a good place. Okay? And then it came up, and then the structure created a couple of a double top here. So this is an M. So if you want to say, you know, I want to get a piece of the right? I want to get a piece of the, you say, you know, I want to get a piece of the cell. It came up above, and then boop, 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 double top, M. But when it created that here, go ahead and look for, let's go to the 3 minute line. Did it come back to touch my, you see it did, right? So here's where I would have taken a sell from. You see, when it sold down from here and it came back to the 3 minute yellow line, you can get a quick move here, which it did. See, it gave you a nice little move, came up, and it gave you a nice little double top on 3 minute, right? So this created a nice little M here, the same M we saw on the 1 minute. Let's go back to the 1 minute and look at it. See that, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And then go to the 3 minute, and then on the 3 minute chart, you can see it's an M, came up, touched the yellow line, came up. Put your entry on for a sell stop here and catch a little move down. But remember, it already came down aggressively, and it probably wants to come back up. Why? Because it's in a buy environment, and it's a 1 hour buy that was called. So see, it came down a little bit, right? It didn't keep going down. Let's look at that. Came down, didn't create a lower low, and then create an equal high, lower low, in a higher low. Sorry, this is a higher low because this low is higher than the first low, than the last low, right? Correct? Is this is a higher high or what? Is this a higher high right now? Where my crosshairs
Yes.
is?
Yes.
Yes. And then it came down to here. Is this a higher low or a lower low?
Higher low.
Higher low. And then it created an equal high. And let's move the chart sideways to see what happened. And then it started to create, you know, this is a higher low, but you know, not higher low. It's like basically the same, right? You could see the market is like sideways right now. But this is when it created a higher high, right here.
Yeah.
And a higher low, right here. Okay? So those are the signs that you look for now, and you remember what type of higher time frame trade did the sell down develop? A 1 hour what? Buy stop. And that's why you would have gotten this little move on the 1 hour, see? You could have been able to take, you know, when the block broke here, you would have, you know, here, you know, you already know that you're expecting a little move up. because of the 1 hour, you could have caught a little bit of the buy. Okay? And then this also. But when we look at the higher time frame, we look at the 4, we look at the daily, we look at the weekly, we're starting to see some sideways move. Remember that this came down and closed below where it started from the day before. So that's why I'd be a little bit cautious in not expecting this to buy up too much. Not that it can't, but I'm a little bit wary because of how, you know, this, go back to the 1 hour chart, right? This went all the way up here and it came back down below where it started from, right? So I'd be a little bit cautious and expecting this to go back all the way up here in one swoop, okay? Because this is starting to look like the market wants to reverse for some sells, right? So what I'm gonna most likely do is I might probably, you know, can't set too many baskets, but if I see that, if I see with more clarity, what's going on here develops like a 1 minute sell stop before the 7 o'clock, then we could, you know, that might be an indication to look at trying to take gold down. But I'm gonna wait out the news with gold most likely and see what it does and see what it sets up, and then afterwards, then I'll decide what to do with it. Here's the news folder, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock on Sunday. No, it's 10 a.m. Monday. All right, it's not showing up. No. 7 a.m. on Monday, man. Look out for that. Sunday night. All right, any questions on this?
Thank
Man.
you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
A lot gleaned today, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, say that one more time, please.
Now I'm saying a lot gleaned by me today. Thank you.
All right, I'm glad. Hey, every day I learn more. Every day I learn. Every day I learn more.
But one question though, is there a difference or with the major pair? This is about the currency now, the forex pairs. Is there a difference in trading the major pairs as against the minor pairs? What is there any
Well, the main difference
trading
is not
tip there?
the difference is not in charting, because the charting is the same. The charting doesn't change, and the predictions that the system does doesn't change. It's gonna, you know, it's just for you to use your time frames and understand how to, you know, which time frame the logo is developing on at that point. Because the way the market works is it does the logo on 1 minute, then the 5 minute, 15 minute, all the way up to the monthly. That's the progress. So it progresses in that manner. So when you're started, you may the logo may be on the 5 minute versus the 1 minute, or the 15 minute versus the 1 hour. So the great thing to do is to come and start. You always want to start off any chart you're looking at, go to the 1 hour first, and then see what the 1 hour is telling you in terms of where the logo is. So right now the 1 hour is showing that you started above, price went down, and we expect it to come back up and arch down, because it started above. So we're expecting this logo on the 1 hour to complete some sort of a sell. So it may come back up and then sell back down. That's what it looks like to from here. If you want to look at it from a longer time frame, this price began below, green arrow came up, told it to go up, market came up, came down 1 time, came down 2 times, came up, came down 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times. So when it does this that many times after a run up, we can look for a possible reversal for it to now turn into a sell, which it seems like it is turning into a sell. So the logo now started above, right? And, you know, it's now pushing down, come back up, pushing down, right? You know, so the arrow, we're not going to see a red arrow until this back changes. If you notice that the green arrow came up because the back changed from red to green. The red arrow came up because the back changed from green to red. So once the back changes from green to red, if it does, we're going to see the red down arrow, which now reconfirms what we're thinking, that the market was going down. And then once we see that broken back on the 1 hour, then what we should be looking for is for it to be completing the logo, which is a sell logo, right? So therefore, then we could be having some lower time frame sell stops coming off this 1 hour line, 1 hour channel, sorry. So this is a 1 hour channel right here. So we could see, right now we see the yellow going below the green. If it does complete that and the yellow comes below the green, you should anticipate it going down. If this breaks, I'm going to be looking for sells. I'm going to be looking for, if I get a red arrow Sunday evening, I'm going to look for a sell. right? And then if you drop down, you go down to your 1 minute, then your 1 minute would be looking to show you a 1 minute buy stop. But the higher time frame logo is telling you that no, hold on, hold your horses. Don't be looking for a buy stop right now. What is the 15 minute showing you? What is the 15 minute going to develop if it comes above this line? What is the 15 minute going to develop? Let's draw this out. Let's draw this out. See, price was above, told to come down below. What is it going to draw now? See? 15 minute sell. Coming out of which channel? Out of the 1 hour, 1 hour channel. Now let's go back to the 1 hour channel now. Let's go back. Let me take these things off of my right. Let's go back to the 1 hour channel. Come off of here. Get away. All right. So on the 1 hour channel, what are we looking for now? We're looking. So here we saw the price was above, told to come down. We have 1 move, 2 moves, and this is possibly a third one, right? On the 15 minute, and then we go up to the 1 hour. And now we're expecting this, if the buck breaks, remember we're saying if the buck breaks, what we're looking for? Sells. And then we will drop down to the 50. So if it comes up, let's put a horizontal line here, right? Horizontal line there. And if it comes up to this channel, it's going to develop a 15-minute sell, right? Because you see it's going to come above the channel on the 15 minute. So if it arches up to here, right, we get a reaction here with a broken back already on the 1 hour. We expect it to come back down like this. And it already closed below here on the 1 hour. So that's my thinking, that we're going to see a sell. But you're going to probably see some more buying first before you see that sell. Right? So, so it's going in between this. Let's look at the 30 minute. 30 minute has a red bar, see? So the 30 minute also has a similar situation to the 15. So we could have a 15 minute, 30 minute sell stop happening, right? But while that is going on the 5 minute chart, right? 5 minute right now is showing you it was sell stops before, but because of that 1 hour buy stop that was developed initially, it bought up a bit. But I'm not bullish on that 1 hour buy stop, right? I'm not bullish on it because of the other things that we're looking at. We're looking at the weekly, we're looking at the daily, and those things were going sideways and not continuing to go higher, right? So you're looking at this, then I would be any buys I would be taking, right? Any buys I would be taking gold right now would be short term, right? Because this 5 minute is showing you a nice little, it could pull back here and give you an entry for the 1 minute, comes down below here and come back up. But I'm anticipating that we could possibly get a 15 minute, 1 hour, 15 minute sell coming out of the 1 hour channel, coming back down. And, because of the fact that when I look at the 1 hour chart, right, it went way up here and then it came back down and it closed below this low, right? That to me, wick below here. And that to me could be a significant sign that the market wants to go down. Plus, looking at the daily, going back to the daily again, right? Look at the daily, we could see that it's not, down here was running up, but now it started to go sideways on me on the daily, right? And we could say the same thing about the weekly chart, see? Right? It was running up and then started to go sideways on the weekly chart. So look at those things, and then that will also help to tell you, okay, how do I play in this lower time frame? So gold is not a straightforward buy going up or straightforward sell coming down. We're going to have both things going on together. So you have to be a little bit cautious and mindful of that, and not try to get that nice long run up for gold and possibly not get some long run down for ourselves, right? But look out for which one. Now the news, we'll see. But I'm gonna watch that back on the 1 hour. I'm expecting if it continues to push up some more, which it should push up some more. above the 15-minute channel, possibly come up to here, and then reverse from here, come down. That's what I would look for it to do. So we could see the news could even push it up first, a wick it up to here, or push it up to here and come down, or start from here and go down. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Any questions before we close? Because we've been on here for a bit.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
not seeing
Paul.
any news popping up. I'm not seeing any news popping up for Sunday. The next news I see is 12 a.m. my time.
Let's go and check it.
And that's
All right.
Monday.
February 1st, February 4th to 9. Apply settings. What is this? What does this say here, Paul?
Hold on. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, read it. I highlighted it. The first thing on the list.
Yeah. Unless I need to I need probably to refresh my screen now.
No, you need to check the date. Check the date.
Yeah. February 4th, yeah.
Yeah, and then click apply settings.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's 12 midnight your time. Or 1 a.m. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 12 midnight.
All right. Good. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to play it safe. I'm in goal now, and I'm in profit now, but as I buy,
you're profit for a buy, right?
I'm profit for a buy. But
Yeah, so
and that's for sure. When the news drop, where and go after that, so I might have to stay close to it.
yeah, well, put in your stop loss, your stop profit, I should say. Right. I would this is my expectation. Let's got gold again. I expect gold this is the 1 minute. If we look at it's a 1 hour buy stop, right? Okay. Now, this has to continue. This has to come up above this line for this back to stay green, right? And run up, as a full blown 1 hour buy. But it did a 1 hour buy here, and then it reversed and came below, right? It wicked below, but it's a double bottom. See, right here is a double bottom. Okay, where the candles close, and there's exhaustion wicks down here. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it reversed and it's buying up. Now, so it could continue to buy up from here as a 1 hour buy stop. It could.
Yeah.
Right. But inside of that, it created a 15-minute sell stop.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, but it's developing a 15-minute sell stop. See?
Yeah.
Right? So this sell stop this logo has to form. Now, will this be a strong sell coming down? That we don't know. It could take this, it's gonna get a reaction from this moving average on the 15-minute line. Because this is a 15-minute, and let's put a line, let's put this line right here, right? Okay, that's the 15-minute moving average. Right? Let's go to the 30-minute. Right? This is very close to the 30 minutes. So anywhere between here and here, we'll get a reaction going down. How much down? We have to wait and see. So you're gonna get if you're gonna take profit, right? 15-minute, you probably have between here to here to try to take your profit. Right? If it doesn't start reversing before that. Okay? So if you're putting your stop profit, then if the news turns around on you, then at least it doesn't hurt you. But there's a possibility that it goes up first to the 1 hour up to here, right? Because if it stayed, it's gonna 2 hours before the news. So those 2 hours before the news, if this back breaks, right, and from green to red, and and then it comes up close to here, and the back is still, and this is red, then what that says to me is that is gonna set up this 15-minute. Because let me go back to the 1 hour. All right, let's put another horizontal line here. Okay, horizontal line right here.
The moment it almost looking like it creating an engulfing candle pattern.
I'm not too much into the engulfing candles because, you know, that stuff hasn't proven to me to be that useful. But if this comes up above here, right? If this comes up above here, right? What's going to happen to this, the base indicator? What's going to happen here? What color will these histogram bars be if this continues to go above this green line on the 15-minute? What color would this be?
Green.
Green, correct. So you're gonna have down at the bottom here what? Red, right? Right here, thank you, Bright. You're gonna have the 3 lines down at the bottom, all red, right? Then we're already starting to see a gap between the green line and the histogram bars on the 15-minute. We're already starting to see that. So if it comes up above here and comes up to the 1 hour line here, this is gonna create a 15-minute sell stop. So if the news comes in and we have a 15-minute sell, we have a 1 hour broken back. To me, that could be a sell. I'm not saying it will, but that could be a sell. So what would be the wisest thing to do? If the market comes up to here, and it's here when the news hits, you don't lose anything by putting in a sell stop down here. You can put it on the yellow line, or you can put it somewhere here. You don't have anything to lose, right? Because if they run it up, they run it up. But if they push it down, you have a sell stop in place to catch it going down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to stay close to it tomorrow. Put in my stop profit that if it turns back, I don't lose the trade, and then set up for the sell stop coming down.
Correct. So you have to catch both. You make your profit on the buy that you already have. And then if it turns around on you, you already have a sell stop in place for it to come down and put you in and make some profit on that. So if they push it down and come back down to here to try to take out this low, you're in the sell.
Yeah, that's it.
And if they continue up, you're already in the buy. Right? And if you're watching it, what you should do is that when it comes close to this 1 hour, watch what's going to happen. What's going to happen when it comes close to these 30-minute, these trade lines? When it's coming up to here, watch, because it could be reacting from here. This is where, but it could be with the news is going to be wicks, so you probably won't be able to catch it. If they're wicking it up and bringing it back down, you won't be able to catch it as a wick. But if they run it up, and then it starts to reverse and come back down, you're in business. Right?
Sometimes it's just some quick wick.
Yeah, so you don't get a chance to catch it. But yeah. Well, you're in a good position with this trade, Paul, because you're already in a buy, right? It's a 1 hour buy stop.
7 points. About 7 points profit.
7 points? Woo! That's a nice move. So you lock in 2 or 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah. And then with that now, we can take your stop profit and move up. If it's going up, they may do that. They'll do that type of stuff. But it's safer than you don't have a stop profit now and it runs down and hit your stop loss. And sometimes when the market is moving that fast, it's going to move your stop loss from where you set it. It's going to, drag it down because of slippage. It's going to drag your stop loss deeper than where you set it. Okay, so just bear that in mind as well. All right, that's one of the challenges with when they move in the market that fast. But gold sometimes doesn't move as fast as the indices do, but it still does. Or when they're moving it. So that's how I'll be playing it. That's how I'll be playing it, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But that I'm going to be putting in a sell stop. Most likely, I'm going to have a sell stop in there. But I'm anticipating, as we spoke about in the season, I already in a sell here, right? Depends on what happens before 7 o'clock. Will tell me what they are planning to do. Will give me a better indication. But right now, I believe that we're going to probably have some down moves before we come back up with the news. That's my expectation. But we'll see. We have to see more clearly because if by news, this 15-minute sell stop is developed because before the news, it could come down here and be below the 15-minute channel and already come down to the 1 hour. That could happen before the news. So if that happens before the news, I'm not going to be looking for a sell anymore. I'm going to be looking for a buy coming up.
Yeah, I collect some pips of SPX 500, Friday. At least 50 pips, 50 points off that.
Hey, that's a whole lot of money that part.
That was before I lose about 30 because it sold down big time before it came back up.
I mean,
So
this
yeah,
sell
I
down
lose
over here. Okay,
yeah, that
okay.
sold down, I lose about 30 points because I have a stop profit very, very risk, in an era where I was managing it. So it sold down and I said, all right, cool. And then I wait and then ride it back up and made back that loss plus more. So
Plus more.
it's all done.
Man, the ride up was sweet. That ride up on Friday was one of those rides. And
Yeah, it's all good.
man, I'm looking forward to getting this thing. I want to catch this thing down into this. I want to catch the indices. I want to catch Nas, man, down in this daily channel, man, or below it. I want to catch Nas underneath here, underneath this green line on the daily. That's where I want to catch it. You see this? This down here? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 748, right? Pips. Yes. So you want to catch it when it's under here, man. When it's under here, that's where we can get the big moves, man. That's where we can get a runner when it's under here. When it's under here. All right, you get to change the character down here, man. Win business, win business, win business. So great stuff going on, man. Great stuff going on. That was SPX 700 and something points. SPX 700 and something points. This is 3,230 points coming from below the channel. See that? This is the daily chart on that. Okay? Right? You see this came down below the daily channel. So it's hanging out. So this was a down move here, down up, right? Down and then it finally took off. But man, look at that. Look at this move. Look at this move on NAS. 3,126 pips. All right?
That's money.
That's money. That's money. That's money. All right?
Crazy money.
Yep. So when it comes down that deep below this channel, that's the time to put your trade in. And most likely, you probably have to just put that in and just open up another account and just let that one run and leave it. Because it take a while, right? Eventually, man, I want to have, some big accounts where I open up those, and I put in some trades down here and open up those, and just leave them for the longer term. Because if some of my plans in the future is like you catch this, you put 1,000, you put a 10 lot size, right? 10 lots on NAS. That's $1,000 per pip, right? $1,000 per pip times 2,872 points.
Or is it 100? That's 100.
Yeah, or even 100. 100 is 2.8. 100 is 287,000. Right?
No, what I'm saying is 10 lot is 10
10 lots is
$1,000
per pip.
1,000 per pip. Okay, so that's easily 300,000 then.
No, that's 2.8 million.
Come again. Yeah,
that's $2.8 million.
2.8 million. Yeah, easily. Yeah, easily.
Yep. All right. So this is where we're going to clean up over the next couple of years. Man. This is because we have the knowledge. Without the knowledge and the system that we have, we couldn't take advantage. Many people in the world do not have any clue that this is going on, that this is even possible. No clue. No clue whatsoever that this is happening. Right? That you don't even know what a candle is, a wick is. Don't even know what entry. No clue. And we're over here having this type of it. You're over here. We're talking about picking up 50 pips on SPX. People don't even know what you're talking about. What is a pip? It's Gladys Knight and SPX.
Knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely. So we can be super grateful for what's going on right now. Just super grateful for what's happening, man. All right. So tomorrow's gonna be very, very powerful, everybody. And Stacy, join us with $168 to register, and then $99 a month. You have the 3 and 3 program where you register 3 affiliates. Your subscription for next month is free. So everybody on here should get at least 3 affiliates because you do not want to pay your subscription next month to Xtream, right? Just register 3 affiliates. You'll get $25 each plus an extra $50 bonus. Plus, you're gonna be able to get free membership next month. Come on, that's a no-brainer right here. Okay, so Stacy, go ahead and get with. Most likely, Mark invited you to be here today, and then he'll give you his link to get registered, and then help you to understand what's going on. And we want to help you to trade. All right, and make money. Okay. All right. Okay. Bridget was sending us a message. All right. All right. Cool. All right. So, no other questions? I think Stacy, hopefully you heard me. I know we've been on here for a while, but welcome, Stacy. Hopefully you join our family and be a part of our community, and we will be working with you to help you to make money. All right.
All right.
All right. Great stuff. You have any questions?
No, just following. It's like, you have to know how to time when to buy and when to sell.
Yeah, so the system really tells you that in the simplest of terms, right? You go in the beginning. What I'd recommend for you to make money from the trades, because reading the charts takes time to learn. Okay, in the beginning, what you want to do is come to our live sessions, and the educator is going to tell you. Let's say they're on SPX. They're going to say they're going to tell you on the 1 minute chart. They're going to say, put in a buy at 4,950. Okay. And then you'll be able to make some money during those classes. Okay. They'll tell you, put in a sell on NAS at 17,540. They'll tell you that in the class. So in the beginning, you'll go to classes and they'll tell you what to buy, what to sell, and you can make money in the beginning. And then while you're doing that, you can then start to really learn and understand how to do what we're doing in these sessions here, where we're looking at the charts and understanding it in more detail, and what to anticipate will happen tomorrow into Monday. And then based on that anticipation, we're gonna make plans to take advantage of those moves in the market.
It wasn't so hard to follow along. Like when you asked, what do you think the color would be if you put something there? That part was kind of easy. The fluctuation of where to put it. It wasn't really that hard to follow along.
Yeah, and then good thing because you have it color coded. After a while, and you understand. Okay, so this is green, red, green right here, where my crosshairs are. Green at the bottom, red here, green here. This is your buy stop, right? And when you see that in the market, it generally does that, except that you could have a situation where it reverses like it did here. And there's a way to start to identify, okay, when is it going to reverse? And what are the things that you should look for so that you don't enter these buys at the wrong time? Now, the safest way to do this is that when these buy stops happen, what's called the first time it happens is the best and safest time. So for example, way down here, where it came down like this and it was all red, and then this one right here, the first time, because everything here was red, the first time it changed to green, red, green. This is the first one. This is the safest place for a beginner to get a 1 minute buy stop. This is safe, right? But then these later ones, these are not as safe as that first one because this has been going on for a while. But this very first one, when the market came down like this, and then you get this buy stop here, green, red, green, this is the safest time. When the market, well, there's no safe sell stop showing here, all right? But buy stop, you can go over here again, where everything was red. Everything was red. I showed this. Everything was red. Everything was red. And then this changed here. This is a broken buy stop, but it's still a buy. All right, those are safe places to take buy stops. All right. I'm just trying to show you the basics. So the basics here is that we use this color-coded system to find our entries, or what we call our buy stops and sell stops, right? Those people who got this one would have gotten really lucky with this one. Green, yellow, green, red, green. Look at this run up for this buy. This is amazing. Okay, a lot of money. But you'll get to practice with this before you put real money into the account. You won't put any real money into your trading account. You're gonna practice in a demo fake money account first, and then you'll make mistakes in that account. Learn what you're doing before you put a live money in the account. And we're also going to be supporting you as well and helping you to understand what to do.
All right.
Okay. And then we'll have the travel website. Can give that to people to book hotels, rental cars, get discounts, you make money from giving them the website to register with the website. You make commissions from that. And then you can also make commissions by introducing people to the community and make money from that as well. So there's a number of different ways to make money in Xtream. It's not a one lane program. They have different strategies to make money. Okay, so you can be earning money while you're learning how to trade. Is that clear?
Interesting.
Awesome. All right. Looking forward to hopefully being partners with you. Mark is a wonderful member of ours and a leader over there in the Eastern Caribbean. Very grateful for him being in the community, and we're going to support you. All right.
All right.
All right, everybody. See you guys tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. on this link, 5 p.m. on the same link. We're going to go over some stuff for trading and look at what's going to happen coming up at 7 o'clock news. All right. Bless everybody.
All right. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you so
time,
much.
Dr. Harry.
Yes,
You're welcome.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks again, Doc.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.